accomplish and go win a game, but they are cool. Not one of my favorite ones. The all black ones were probably the best, hands down. Yeah. So again, you go out there, gotta go still win. So.
Billy, we've heard Coach Meyer say that the strength of this Penn State defense is their front seven. Mm-hmm. What have you seen from watching film on them, and what stands out to you from their front seven?
I think the biggest thing is especially with their front four, is they're big penetration guys. They're guys who move the ball or who disrupt offensive line play, offenses, vertically. They don't play east to west as much as they play vertically. So for us, I mean, the big key is making sure that we are continuing to, push the ball forward, push the ball vertical, make sure we stay on the blocks, and make sure we go out there and put a man on a man. The other biggest thing is I think that they have big plays. They do a lot of big things. Watching the film against Pitt, watching the film against Northwestern, some of see strip sacks, see a lot of sacks. When they played team up north, they had 7 sacks or so. So I think that's the biggest thing, is limiting those big defensive plays, making sure you put a man on a man, and again, push the ball vertically. Don't get into a east and west kind of game at all.
Has there been emphasis this week on special teams considering what happened in the game last year with Penn State?
I would assume so. That's probably not a fair question for me, being that I'm not on special teams. I know in field goal there's been a lot more preparation just because offensive line play. We are in the special teams, in a special field goal special unit itself. So yeah, I think that there's been a lot more things, making sure we focus on the little things, making whatever the technique is, to make sure we're sound in every gap, and making sure something like last year doesn't happen again.
Billy, I think we probably all agree that you guys didn't play your best against Clemson and didn't play your best against Oklahoma. Is that a fair statement? Why will that be different against a good opponent this time? Why will that be different this Saturday?
I think the biggest thing is right now the offense as a whole is clicking the best it's been in years. Or however long we want to say. It's clicking at the right moment. We're hitting things, we're timing things up nicely, we're making sure we're isolating and making sure that our players are on their players, and making sure that our guys are in an advantageous position. So putting J.K. Dobbins on one of their weak corners, or on a wheel route, or something like we see Mike Weber went down the sideline against Maryland. Some of the things where defenses get lost in some of the motion, some of the adjustments that they have to make, and watching our guys get out in space, and that's probably the biggest thing for us. We got athletes, they have athletes, so it's going to be a war. Again, looking for a really, really good competition. I know, especially on the offensive line, tight end, running back, looking for a good competition. Our front seven versus their front seven.
We know you guys are a good team, and we know they're a good team. Mm-hmm. How do you get a team to be at its best in a big game? You know what I mean? Because I feel, if Penn State plays its best and you play your best, it's going to be a great game. But if this happens that one team plays really well and one team doesn't play its best, then the team that plays well is going to win. What do you have to do in practice and mentally to be at your best Saturday?
I think the biggest thing is make sure one of the biggest things is, for me, is making sure your emotions are in check. Make sure you play the game Saturday. Don't play the game Friday. Don't play the game Thursday. Especially for us this week, we're in a +1 week, and we practice Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Walk through Friday, get ready for the game on Saturday. So it's making sure that your emotions are in check, making sure that your mind is still fresh to what they could do, understanding the looks, understanding what the defensive alignment, what their adjustment might be, and what potentially could happen. So as we did all last week, as we're doing this week, making sure you're picking up on cues, making sure you're picking up on little cues, whether it's an alignment, whether it's the linebacker might be out a little bit far, things that can indicate for us and put us in a really, really good position so that we're not surprised by anything. So, and we can again